watch what? I'm gonna get mine. Go do the crime if you can't do the time. Don't tell me how you're off and down. When you smile in my face, but you play me like a clown. It's your fool, bitch. So just step back. I'm mad that when I come down straight, I thought you were my piece, but you play me out. Now I'm mad as hell, and I'm full of doubt. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Let's think. Let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Let's think. Let's roll. I'm back on the scene, it's time to get mean. I'm a lean revolution machine. For what people stay, they sway. For today is good as any day. Y'all feel slightly this, let's resist. Raise your fist and pump like this. Promises all the time. Don't cross the line, but you know it's mine. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Let's see. Let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Let's see. Let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Let's see. Let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Let's see. Let's roll.
Trouble by, get something in your rhythm. Trouble by, get something in your rhythm. Trouble by, get something in your rhythm. Trouble by, get something in your rhythm.
Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Let's see. Let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Let's see. Let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? 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 Who you wanna roll with?
Thank you, Marina. I knew that. I don't have my checklist. I don't have my checklist today because it got lost or stolen or moved. So that's why I was muted for the last 2 minutes. You didn't hear a damn thing I said for the last 2 minutes. So welcome to the Ignorance is No Excuse podcast, live from Mad Hatter Dispensary. Ho, here we go again. Take two. I love it. I love live. This is why I do it live. I love the excitement, and I just shit myself, but I love live radio. I really do. I'll change my underwear, but it was fun. It was a good serotonin dump, a dopamine dump just now, because I'm like, oh, I'm muted again. Marina, thank you, Marina. You're the best. Marina, I'll never forget the time in Saraville. I'm sorry, it was Edison. She took off her prosthetic leg and crawled up to the podium. Slammed the leg on the podium. Because they said no props. And she's like, is this a prop? Is this a prop? Yeah, because they said anything you hold in your hand is a prop. So she held her leg in her hand. Is my leg a prop? Did they kick you out for that? They kicked us out for wearing masks in that meeting. Yeah, we're not allowed to wear masks. Yep. So Irvington, it's funny you say Irvington because I used to buy weed in Irvington for about 12 years. I went to Isabella Avenue. Isabella, and you know the spot I'm talking about? You know, it's been a fire. For 20 years they've had fire there. They have regs. Irvington and Newark has regs. But if you wanted fire, you went to Isabella Avenue, you got a $20. And they knew me as Just One. If you know anybody, they said Just One. That's what they knew me as, Just One. Because I would always be like, pull up, Just One. They called me Just One. Oh yeah. For years I went there. Years. But that's where you want to go. You want to make the left. If you go to the earlier street, they have crack. You don't want that. You don't want that. You want the good weed. Oh man. Yeah, I've seen a lot in Irvington. I've seen a lot of stuff. I have some friends in Irvington. Who's that? Yeah, it's a lot better now. It is. Yeah, some area. Yeah. Uh-oh. That makes me think I put the wrong link up since I'm screwing up today. Where's Jim Miller? Where's Jim Miller? Oh, man. So here's my story. Cannabis stocks are rallying after Donald Trump said he would reclassify cannabis. He might reclassify. He's going to make an announcement in like 2 or 3 weeks. You think he's going to announce, oh, I'm not doing nothing? No, he's doing this as a distraction, of course, first of all. But it's going to get done because it needs to get done. Mike Tyson got in his ear. He's probably nibbled on his ear a little bit. It's already nibbled. So Mike Tyson probably nibbled on his ear a little bit more and said, listen, if you screw my business up, I'm going to take your whole ear off. And so Mike Tyson, thank you, Mike Tyson, for getting in Trump's ear. Because he's got a business to run, Mike Tyson. And it would help his business. It would help all the businesses to be Schedule 3 or descheduled. I don't think it's getting descheduled. If he deschedules, oh, whoa, well, that's a game changer. But no, he's got too many buddies and friends to appease in the pharmaceutical industry. So he's going to do Schedule 3 so the pharmaceuticals can get their beaks wet and get their 2 cents in there. Make all kinds of pharmaceuticals with cannabis, which you'll see. You'll see that in place of opiates. They're going to try to put cannabis in place of opiates. Like you'll see aspirin with cannabis, ibuprofen with cannabis. That's what you're going to probably see down the road. Yeah. It's big money. It changes the banking industry because cannabis you can't bank, except Rob knows a way to do banking. Rob figured it out. Of course, Rob would figure it out. He knows a way to do banking with credit cards. You can take credit cards here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did the filter fall out? I think it fell out. It sure did. It was wrapped, right? I wrapped it, didn't I? Oh my God.
I gave it to you.
You gave it to me and it fell. Whoa. This can't be the filter. It had to go down. Here it is. Oh my God. Okay, never mind. It's still a freshie though. Still a freshie. The filter fairy visited me today. I love it. Where is Jamila? Oh, live mic here. Turn that off. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Marina, for saving my ass. Oh, you have more to say? The elevator is still not working in the Edison. Oh, the Saraville building, you mean? Saraville. Or Edison. And yes, it is distraction. A lot of distraction going on in this world. They don't want to hear about anything that's bad for Trump. Well, Trump's really screwing things up. If you got Steve Way in his wheelchair talking shit about you, you got a problem. You got a big problem. Steve Way is a man, and if he's mad at you, you better do something, because he's coming for you. He may be in that wheelchair, but he's powerful. Steve Way does production, he does movies, he does activism, he fights for Medicaid. A lot of people are Medicaid deniers, like, oh no, they're just taking Medicaid away for the illegal people. No, it's for everybody. It's for a lot of different things. But they have their talking points, and we're stuck in the middle. Unfortunately, we're stuck in the middle as the right fights the left, and we're just like in the middle of this whole shit show again. And I don't think the left is fighting hard enough, to be honest with you. They're letting shit just go. Except for Cory Booker. Cory Booker. He was out there for 20-something hours. Rallying for 20-something hours. He stood there. Amazing. Oh, man. Saraville. Yeah, Saraville. That's right, Marina. Thank you. Instagram. Johnny Trash on Instagram. Paco. What's up, Guy? Shit show. The left has no balls or spine. Ooh, Guy said it. I didn't say that. Guy said it. The left has no balls or spine. Whoa. Guy, I thought you were a liberal. I thought people that took mushrooms are liberal automatically. You take mushrooms, you're automatically liberal. No? Okay. Never mind. Sorry. You're probably a free thinker. Probably think for yourself. But I tell you, I lean left. I really actually lean left. It's my name, Lefty. You thought I got my name from my belly button. It's not true. No, my name is not from my belly button. When I had a surgery, they took my belly button and they moved it over here. Yeah, my belly, you see this big scar? Well, they used to have a belly button here. And they gave me an operation, they moved it here. And I used to have an innie, and now I have an outie. So yeah. And it's to the left. So in the operating room, they joked. They said, aha, Lefty, when they woke up. They said, we're going to call you Lefty from now on. I was like, why? Because you moved your left belly button to the left. I used to be symmetrical. It's terrible. Oh my God, I'm blowing weed all over. Oh my God. Guy, okay, Guy's a very radical liberal. Oh, okay. So the liberals aren't liberal enough for you. That's what, okay. They're not liberal enough for you, Guy. I get it. Okay. I had back surgery through my stomach. I had a artificial disc, L4, L5, and they had to go through the front. They moved my iliac vein out of the way. They went in that way. Then a couple of years later, I had a fusion, L5S1, and again, they went through the same hole, opened me up again, and that time they moved my belly button. That was the time they moved it, second surgery. They said, oh, your belly button can go over here now. We're going to put it over here now. It's over here now. I don't want you to move my belly button. I didn't get permission for that. I didn't sign off on that shit. Was I holding that forever? I'm sorry. Just, yes. Yes. They're watching me smoke this thing. I'm like, telling the story. It's not even a good story. Shit story. Oh, by the way, where's Jim Miller? Is he on yet? There's Jim Miller.
There he is.
Jim Miller, it's tough coming down from Nathan being on the show. When Nathan's on the show, it's like amazing.
Man.
I can't with that.
It's his delivery is, when he hits his stride, it's entertainment in and of itself.
Oh,
And
Hey,
then
come on in. Come on in.
no, I'm
No, you're in the right place. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Nah, it's all right. Come on in. Want to smoke? Want to smoke some weed?
no.
No. We have Cannabis Church on Sunday. We have Cannabis Church.
Oh,
Come back for church on Sunday. You're looking for the boots, right? You're looking for the boots?
yeah.
Yeah. Come back Sunday for church.
Thank you. So here is the one.
This is
We're gonna do baptisms in there, in confessional booths. A confessional booth now. Yeah, confession in the booth now.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, Sunday.
Oh,
Sunday. Yeah, come back Sunday. We'll do confession in the booth.
there. It's funny. You do that so seriously too.
There's no booth confession.
I mean, it's
I'm a liar. I just said that to get him to come back to the booth.
yeah. Well, you'd be forgiven for that.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, my
Desperate
goodness.
times, desperate measures. It's like having sort of that's out in the open private joke if anybody just happened by your podcast at that moment, They'd only see the half of it. They wouldn't recognize the real funny part. It's like you're in reverse Jehovah's Witness tactics. No. Come on in. Close the door behind you. No. Come on in. Close it.
Come on in. I got weed. Come on.
Yeah. Right. Which is kind of confusing because, okay, the weed part, that's really out there. So it's real. I can smell it and see it.
You can smell it all right. It's loud in here, bro.
Why didn't they have that come with the booths? Oh, man.
Hold on. Be right back.
Hold on. Be right back.
Turning on the fan. Let's turn the fan.
That's funny.
I should set the camera up to watch the door as they come in because I tell you, some of these guys coming in here, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, well, you could have. It's not a lot of expense to rig one up. Bob Ruggiero used to like to take the little cameras out of computers that were getting thrown away, and then he'd string them up all around the house and get monitors that people were, throwing, and had a virtually free security system, so you know who's knocking on the door without leaving where you are.
What did Johnny say? Can you see that?
Jerks for Jesus, yeah.
He's not looking for that.
Here's another one.
That's so funny. Thank you, Johnny, for that visual. Thank you. This is the
So, Ratari is. I just put up on Facebook while I was late. I was researching, doing a lot on Scutari and Homegrown, and so I'm just looking at all the video of him on YouTube, which there's a lot, and sampling some things sometimes and finding something, like it might have come up at this, and going through it. And then I came across a rabble-rouser video with hand puppets of Phil Murphy and Senator Scutari, and a little puppet show from the rabble-rouser of 10 months ago. And it only had 44 views. It's freaking hilarious. And he likens it to the puppets to actually being puppets of George Norcross and somebody.
Yeah.
In a really kind of cool way. So there is that rumor that it was George Norcross, the New Jersey power broker, who petitioned successfully Governor Corzine to make those home grow provisions for patients disappear in 2009. That already got passed on the Senate floor. And then, of course, there's that persisting rumor that it was, because it wasn't Health Committee Chairman Herb Conway, who pulled him out of his own volition because he didn't have the juice to do that. It was his function as head of the committee to announce it without saying why, and without having ever said why since, and without Nick Scutari ever having said why when he does know, and without having current Trenton Mayor, former New Jersey Assemblyman Reed Goussior never having said why either. The only other person that would have been explained to is former Assemblyman Michael Patrick Carroll. Anyway, it's sort of like everybody likes a good cover-up, but nobody gives a shit about this one. You know, why were they pulled out? And to me, I don't care about the guesses so much as the more somebody doesn't want to do that, there's nobody to protect now. And if I could even get an answer, all right, don't tell me what happened. Just tell me if the same impediment of 2009, does it exist today? Is it still in play somehow? And of course, nobody will answer that question either, but it just seems at this time, as it approaches the election, the real election season after Labor Day, these questions are fair game for the two candidates. Would you allow that to sit for 15 years like that without demanding to know yourself? I mean, is that the way you like New Jersey politics? Let them answer that question, but it also readdresses the issue. So that's why I'm looking for all this old stuff. And it takes a toll. I myself have some Blue Night, K-N-I-G-H-T, and I'm finding it very satisfactory. It's the first I've ever had it. Actually has a bit of a blueberry taste.
And you guys going to say goodbye before you go? Say hello at least. Come say hi. We got the UFCW reps here today.
Hey,
It's
how's it
amazing.
going?
Oh, there you are. I was wondering.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? What's
I
up?
recognize that sweet voice anywhere, Jim.
Yeah, I was wondering because just a minute before somebody else walked in looking for a former business,
Yeah, I was on the phone outside.
you know,
That's
and it sounded like it was happening again. You know, I'm so glad
we're
it
just
wasn't.
making a quick cameo to say hi.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
all right, well, good. You know,
well.
Also, I just had somebody in the parking lot come up to me and be like, "Where's the cassette tapes?" And I had to break the bad news to them. I was like, "No, it's a cannabis church now. Sorry. Praise the Lord."
Actually, Lefty, did you tell about the person that gave you the report? I think you might have actually heard.
Yeah, somebody came in here and he couldn't believe it was a church now. He was actually kind of happy. He's like, I'm going to come back Sunday. I'm like, what? Okay.
Yeah,
And he took a dab. He took a dab.
He did take a dab. He said he had quit smoking, but that in 50 years of his life, he had never heard of a cannabis church. He would take a dab with lefty.
Yeah.
And he was also left-handed.
I think I also
That's
saw him
funny.
in Mad Hatter afterwards. You picked up a new client too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Right on. Saving souls here at
Yeah.
Sativa Cross.
You
All
guys,
Oh,
right,
man.
perfect. That's my send off.
You guys are good luck.
Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping
UFCW.
by.
Good night.
Yeah, man.
UFCW is great luck. And
Oh, yeah.
you'll see a lot of UFCW.
I gotta tell you,
We'll be around.
Yeah, yeah, come back. Come back anytime.
Nice to meet you.
that is one impressive group that knows in their own way. They advocate. They're union reps. They're advocating for, you know, different reasons than we're advocating in a whole different description. But damn, do you know anybody that's better at what they do?
No.
No. What a team, right? I mean, I'm continually impressed, you know, and they all have a good functioning unit within the triumvirate we're most familiar with, you know, without getting particular, but across the board, man. So do we have a guest tonight?
Apparently not.
Oh, well, I'll make you the guest. We'll delve into Lefty Grimes.
Oh, boy.
Where did Lefty come from? I don't mean the Ricky Lake show.
The Ricky Lake Show.
Yeah. How
What's
did you meet Jim Miller, Lefty? When was the first time you met Jim Miller? That's a question people might wonder.
You know
This
what?
is cool. Yeah, you'll be the guest. I'll be the guest.
This is going to be a tough question
It
because
is for me too. I know Jim Miller. We're tight.
well, I met you through Pete Christopher, so I don't know if
Okay.
I met you at Pete's house or at an event with Cheryl.
Yeah. Well,
I-
okay. It's like I don't know that it was the first time. I don't think it was because I remember being familiar with you. But he was doing something, getting video of me for something like a half a minute or whatever. And you were the one trying to scroll down something I could read on an actual scroll.
That's
My
right.
parents were there. It was at his house. You remember that? Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's right. I was the teleprompter guy.
Yeah. And Cheryl would have been there for that. You know, I don't remember actually. You know,
It could have been that time. That could have been the first time.
Yeah, it could have
With
been.
Cheryl there.
yeah. Were you at the White Dog Cafe?
Yes, I was there also. So I don't know which was first.
Well, that was where Ken Walsky met Cheryl there. And yeah, and I played a cruel joke on the staff at the White Dog Cafe because Cheryl was their storyteller. They had a storyteller once a month at the White Dog Cafe was known for being all sustainable energy, wind energy mostly. The first business in Philadelphia that was 100%, that. And what was funny was it's like a brownstone thing with steps going up. Okay, wheelchair, steps going up, not accessible.
That was bad.
And just inside the door is a narrow, like a bar that you walk through to get to where eating is, but there's people and seats in the way of the wheelchair. So I wasn't put off, and that wasn't what I was there to advocate for. But we wanted to be fresh. Philadelphia, we got a room. Not to spend the night or anything, just to be able to get there earlier in the day. And then we should be all fresh and ready to go where I could push her over. But it was cold, really cold. And so Cheryl would travel leaning back, as you know, looks like a gurney, leaning back wheelchair. And I walked up and in and they knew she was coming. So they're going to have 4 people to carry up the wheelchair at my direction, and I'm good with that, just kind of wanted to get there. But what I did was I had Afghans that I put over Cheryl because it's cold and she's in a wheelchair, but you can breathe through an Afghan, it's got holes in it. So I put 2 Afghans over so she could still breathe fine, but she'd be warm for the pushover. And then I had a lever there, and I looked like a homeless person with something pushing a bunch of stuff under 2 Afghans. People had no idea there was a person there. No idea at all. And I was saying things to indicate that too. And you could hear Cheryl chuckling because she knows what's going on. Jim's being Jim, I hope I can get good money for these cans or whatever, And then when we were there, they came out. There's the wheelchair leaning back, the Afghans, Cheryl's under it. They're aware Cheryl's there. I guess they figured she's under the Afghans. Now, I could have just pulled the 2 Afghans off, but no. I had to go, let me introduce you to Cheryl. And I pulled one back and go, oh, shit, I forgot Cheryl. And they didn't laugh. They looked horrified. What's wrong with me, man? Help me out. Well, Liz, glad you're here. Glad you're here because, right now I was interviewing Lefty. Where did Lefty meet Jim Miller? I was wondering, and we actually, it sort of was like a blend, and
I have a
we're
question.
talking about a White Dog Cafe. This would have been less than 3 months before she died. So it's the last time she was out anywhere.
We were talking about my belly buttons before, how my belly button moved, and how my name became Lefty because they moved my belly button to the left.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a question here.
Nobody's got that one. Why do they call you Lefty? It's a very familiar name.
Yes.
You might be the only one with that answer.
Yes, because of my belly button. Not symmetrical with my body anymore. It's on the left of my body. So
Yeah.
How come it's on the left, not the right?
The doctors moved it, and they ruined it. It used to be an innie. Now it's an ugly Audi with a big scar.
Yeah, Audi to the left too. At least it went to the left, didn't go to the right. You know.
Mm.
So that's my cross to bear.
Yeah, you
So-
look like it is a cross to bear too. It's it's like I don't want to make jokes.
No, it's not funny.
No, it's not. I've had stomach surgery too, where they went right around my belly button.
Yeah.
Like they didn't cut it; they went around it and then cut
Oh,
beneath it, right in the
Oh.
middle.
I had a ruptured gallbladder come
Ooh.
straight out of it, right through the belly button. They
Oh my
put
God.
they pump in like a gas for your entire where it looks like you're pregnant, but and then they go in arthroscopically.
Yep. Yeah, that's how I.
Oh, that was the best ever. That really was.
Oh, absolutely. I had robotic surgery for my gallbladder, and let me tell you, 2 days I was fine. 4 days I was
Ouch.
I was fine after 2 days. I was driving. It was great. Robotic surgery is the best.
All right, there's a trivia question here.
Okay.
Do you know the only two people in the world with no belly buttons? There's two people in the world with no belly buttons.
Joe Blitzfick, the cartoon character in Little Abner. I'm making that up. He's the one that had the cloud over his head all the time. He's making a stupid joke. I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
Was it like Adam and Eve? That's my guess, Adam and Eve, but I don't know. All right,
How's
Guy,
your week going?
yeah, that's Guy's question. So, okay, Guy, we don't know. Nobody knows. I'll say Adam and Eve. That's my guess.
I think it's cartoon characters.
Mickey Mouse?
Oh,
Yeah,
you're right.
that's what I was thinking.
You're right.
Mickey
It
and
would
Minnie.
be. Yeah.
Minnie and Mickey.
That could be it.
Does Walt Disney have a belly button? Was he
I don't
grown up
know.
actor? Was he like cloned or grown?
Yeah. And why was it that Donald Duck never wore pants, just a jacket?
Wait, wasn't there?
I mean, isn't that like that's not illegal for ducks?
Wait a minute. I know the answer. It's one of those test tube babies from the 80s. Remember they had a test tube baby?
Yeah.
They grew a baby in a test tube.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they actually. It was, in IV in vitro for the donor thing.
In vitro fertilization.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's the Blueberry Night taking over here.
So who's smoking what?
Blueberry Night, KNIGHT. I hadn't really looked it up. I'd be curious to see what the terpene profile is because it does have a blueberry flavor and a bit of an aftertaste.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Later days, Obama runs. $12.50 a quarter ounce.
Power boat.
That's a new one that I haven't heard of.
Power boat? Maybe not boat. I don't know. But I did get my $12 quarter.
Good.
I got 4 of them. I was very happy.
Oh, I know, right? It's like start the car.
But it expired in 2 days. You have to smoke it right away.
Yeah, that's why though. But it's a 6-month expiration, which is bullshit. Honestly, the only people.
The expiration date, same as on food. That's not the day you don't use it. That's the last day they're allowed to sell it.
Right, exactly.
It's assumed it has successful shelf life of some sort after it.
But it used to be 12 months, and it's supposed to be going back to 12 months unless the CRC tabled it. But it was supposed to go back to 12 months. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Weed does not expire. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
No, you're
I
right.
will not do vapes or edibles after their expiration date, especially vapes. But weed, flower, it's fine.
Never had a problem with it. I mean, you can get it a little more moisture in it, so it doesn't burn your throat so much or something.
Hmm. Yeah, you can put the little humidifiers in it. What I like to
Yeah,
do
a piece of
is,
celery. Old
well, what I like to do is, I hate these fucking zippers. So I just cut it and dump it in a black jar, and I stick a label on it and I throw it in my drawer that's under my desk that, and that's everything stays in a dark place, dark, cool place, and, humidifiers.
Nice. So, Lefty, what time is the Shore Grow thing on Saturday? I can't find actually the promo thing for it with the times and everything. I don't know if it was, but I want to be there pretty much the whole time. Yeah.
I have 10 a.m., but that could be set up time for 12.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm not. Oh yeah. The coalition's going to have a table too, but they have people that man the tables at these events, and I don't. It's not that I won't. It's that I maintain they're better suited to be there because they know more about the coalition than I do. I don't. My presence isn't as needed there as sometimes it is with Sativa Cross. So triage my efforts where they might be. No.
Johnny is smoking on a Blue Dream cart from Curaleaf from 2021.
Well,
21, really?
Why?
Why?
Why would you do that to yourself?
mm,
Don't get me wrong, but there's chemicals in there. It's unless it's freeze dried.
mm.
With a COA. I don't want to take a chance.
Show yourself some love there, Johnny. Put that away. Put it back in the box. Back in the box.
And especially if Curaleaf.
Yeah, Curaleaf, bro? Are you kidding? He's kidding. That's a joke. He's trying to shock pose right now. Johnny's trying to shock pose and shock us with his. No.
What are
Nobody
they
does.
up to? 645,000, I believe. It's at today?
Stock prices are up all over because of the cannabis industry right now. Because
No.
of Trump.
I'm talking about the fines they got hit with.
Oh, the fines. Ooh.
Yeah, that was $5,000 a day for
Yep, it's
60,000 some dollars worth. No,
No,
more than that.
it's-
260. It was a lot of days, but it was $5,000 every day.
It was 610,000. It is now at
Yeah, that's what it was, yeah.
645,000.
Man,
They ain't paying it. Come on.
yeah, it's sort of like if they can afford to do that, there's something really wrong that they're in a position to just ignore. They're setting
Well-
a bad example for the federal government to follow.
And I said, why don't they shut them down? And why? And I was watching the dispensary guy. Do you know him?
Yes, I love him.
Okay, I always watch him on Wednesday nights, and somebody worked at Curaleaf and was saying, it is $5,000 a day is nothing when you're bringing in 50.
Yeah.
And they bring in 50, so they're getting hit with a $5,000 fine. Don't mean shit to them.
Yeah, I
$50
just-
a day? Wow.
Their Belmar facilities, the one that when I was using the dispensary system,
Mm-hmm.
and that was back in the day when there were lines.
Yep,
to
I
get
was
to
there.
get in. And what that was good for me was to get in line at the dispensary, and then you have captive audience. It's like where lobbying came from, people waiting in the lobby to check in. You can't get away from the person in front of you or behind you or somebody that walks up because you want to stay there. So that's when I got my best information without telling patients my interests and why it was. And I'd always ask the same questions while we were standing in line waiting to get in. And it was kind of fun back in the day. Yeah, patients were getting in early too. And I'd say, listen, I don't know how to define being able to afford this, because I know that I come with the money, I pay for it, and therefore people assume I can afford it, but I can't, because I got to make goddamn concessions. Do you make any concessions in your life? And almost everybody that answered said yes. And it really opened up my eyes to the fact, and I pretty much just used the same one over and over. The one where a woman behind me said that she hasn't bought new clothes except for socks and underwear in 3 years. And then she interjected, neither has my husband. And I said, oh, is your husband a patient too? And she went, no, but he loves me. And I felt so conflicted, and she's telling me this, not knowing who I'm, and that's how they live with the dispensary prices, not breaking the law, not buying new clothes for 3 years, And I could kind of relate to that, where, but that's the one that I remember most, even though it wasn't the most severe. I think the one was this, the guy. He said, listen, I'm not going to lie. I'm not ashamed of it. Sometimes it hurts so bad I can't not vocalize it. So to make my medicine last, I have to evaluate who I'm going to be around, where my kids going to be, because I'm the rock.
Come back Sunday.
I can't be whimpering when they
can
Cannabis
Church
me.
On Sunday.
I felt so bad for him. Anyway, the lines were good for that back in the day. What's up, Sue?
What is it?
Can see you.
People can have it. Yeah, go next door, they have it.
I don't think we can hear you though.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
Okay. No, we just had a customer come in.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, we
I
had
can hear you. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you? How was your week?
It was a clusterfuck.
Oh, that's
It was
terrible.
one of those.
I
And
love
in
that word.
fact, I said, "Oh, today's Thursday."
No.
I did one of those. Anyway, but I did reach out to a couple of people to, pop on that never got back to me. So
Okay. Well, I was till Liz got on. I was interviewing Lefty. I made him the guest of tonight, and I was going to interview him if nobody else came on. And we did get as far as me saying, I understand, when was it that you met Jim Miller, and what were the circumstances of that? I know him. We're tight, and it was funny because, okay, right off the bat, it wasn't clear to either of us. It wasn't like I remember when you walked in, or none of that. How is that even possible? But I think we got it.
Good.
We know the common factor was Pete Christopher. He was all about video back in the days of actual video, and that we need to get into people's homes, and the only way to do it long ago was through public service access.
Oh, remember that TV?
Yeah,
The TV access. Oh,
yeah,
the
well,
worst.
yeah, that was everything he did. You got to get 28 minutes, and got to get and all that, and then start. They find ways to kind of not want to do it, but they had to. And man, he had the greatest setup when computers were kind of new to me. This is like for me and him mostly through the 2000s, late 90s, up through when Cheryl died, where, he could do the video. He went to NYU film school because he wanted to be better at doing this so he could get quality stuff up on public service access.
Yeah,
And,
well, there'll be no more of that, right?
Yeah. Well, anyway, he did do the medical marijuana necessity case for Cheryl Miller or something, a 28-minute thing. It's still around. It's kind of interesting. And
Maybe we should probably run that one week.
yeah, it's kind of
That would be pretty cool to do, especially for the viewers.
Yeah,
And I
it
would
would.
love
Yeah,
to
I haven't watched it in a while myself, but it's the
Lefty, what do you think?
yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it also would have been something to throw up if you're like at an event, like the last time we were at Mad Hatter, where it was nice to have Nathan. We could have had something else to run like a video though too.
Yeah,
Actually,
that would be pretty cool to do.
yeah, I
I
think
think
so.
that's
Can I borrow this?
But Pete Christopher had large screen
For those guys?
computer monitors, 2 of them.
The guy
Side by side that were integrated. So he could
I'll-
have
I'll-
stuff and go from one to the other,
guarantee you.
and he had had a
Lefty,
really
mute
nice hit.
yourself. Jim is talking.
There you go. Yeah,
Jim,
Pete-
you're supposed to say, I'm speaking. I am speaking.
yeah, speaking. I'm speaking.
I was muted.
Lips moving.
I was muted.
Audible.
I can hear you.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good place to he was a big fan. I met Pete Christopher because he was the only one there was no social media of any kind, no way to connect. And in 1993 I was going to walk across the state pushing Cheryl's wheelchair, and I didn't know what do I do other than that. I mean, there's no class for me to raise my hand in and say, here's what I'm going to do. And so I forget, I must have called National Normal or something, and there was no New Jersey Normal there, but John Pease and Pete Christopher were former New Jersey Normal running it. And so they actually came over to the house, and we met them, and Pete brought 2 really nice joints, and he even knew that Cheryl didn't smoke, but he gave him her, and kidding around, and said, sure, if you have to, and she laughed. But I remember that because I didn't have any. I just met him, and they put out, they had faxes, so they could fax news outlets. And damned if they didn't get people to show up at that walk, So that was like, but then I didn't see Pete for a long time, and he was right, he was really abrupt to the point in a good way. I find that, but Lefty might remember, I'd get proud of myself I wouldn't even be fully proud of myself. I'd be on the way to it. And he'd say, yeah, they give you a gold star for your forehead. Let's move on. Let's move on. And I'm sure Lefty got gold stars for his forehead comments too, But with Lefty, it was always, you gotta store them where you can find them. You need to have things accessible and all, not storyboarded. What was the word it would be? Like basically you had to be able to look in, where's the stuff involving this? And it would, the stuff that I'm horrible at. And Lefty could probably better than me, because that's like a fucking dart throw being better than me. But
Yeah, storyboarding.
but he was right. To go, okay, this is, throughout the video, like time frames about what you're talking about, almost like minutes of a meeting story, only.
Yeah, like an FBI investigation. I know.
Yeah, okay. I'm really getting lost for words here. I'm first crying blue
We got
night.
you.
Blue night
We got
with
you.
K night, yeah. And it was just the description from somebody. He says, yeah, you can kind of taste blueberry. I sneezed and I thought I tasted blueberry. I'm like, basically sneezed the taste of blueberry. And alien something. Anyway, I'm trying 2 new things.
Do you remember how I met you? Or you met me, or whatever? How we met? How did
I feel like it was at the podcast. I could be wrong though.
No. what, the other podcast from
No, the one at the State House. You've been to the
at
State
the
House.
State House. Yeah, I
What-
think it was there. It was either that or
I mean,
at a
it
Patients
was
at a Time
it was
conference.
it was 10 years ago or so though. I mean, it was a
It was
while.
a while.
Yeah.
And Lefty, I know where we met, but I'm
State
not.
House?
Huh?
State House?
I thought we met at the joint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Lefty, you seem to be the one that's not sure, so I'm going with that. It was at the joint. Yeah.
Yeah. That was.
I
that
met
was-
a
yeah.
lot of people to join after the podcast. You know.
Well, I was an investor. So,
Oh, really?
oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was brilliant of me to do, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, you know, back when he and Phil Charles.
Yeah,
And,
Phil was. Yeah,
you know,
I have these awesome pictures of like
Yeah.
everybody.
I mean, the
Oh,
very beginning. Hey, we're
Wayne.
going to put a wall here and do
Mhm.
all that. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of fun
It was
watching
fun.
it. Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun.
It was Wayne, Maria.
Wayne, yep, Maria. I have pictures of all of you during the program.
Chef John. Oh man.
Oh, he was good, wasn't he? Good.
He was really good, man. He had some bumblebee sauce he called it for
Yeah,
the wings.
yeah,
Oh man,
he was
the best.
good. He was good. And what was the girl that worked in the front with him? What was her name again?
Okay, that's where you got me.
She
Yeah.
was. She was nice. She was nice.
Yeah, no,
And you
it
know
was-
what? Then
Anyway,
there was the other girl. What's her name? Oh, I can't think of her name off the top of my head. She moved down to Florida. She still keeps in touch with me.
The move to Florida sounds familiar.
Yeah, she used to wear her hair. She had really long hair. She used to wear it like up in a little bun. She was a white girl.
Narrows it down.
The heck was her name? Is her name? I'd have to look. I got to look on my Facebook page. You'll know. You would know who I'm talking about.
I would. Yeah, I would. I found it really.
Dana
Yeah.
B.
Maybe.
There you go. And that, to me, to go into the adjoining room once they had the door between them and everything, and I saw it become that. To be able to sit there and look out the window at City Hall, and people couldn't look in and see you, and it was like, wow, this isn't legal. It was.
It was fun.
It-
He had some of my paintings there on the wall.
Yeah.
I don't know
Huh.
what happened to them. Probably the same thing that happened to my fur coat. But anyway, that's another story.
Maybe I met you there too. I don't know. I mean,
I think we met at the State House.
I'm
before.
almost sure.
I
of
think
that.
it was before, just when the joint was maybe going to happen.
Yeah, it would have probably. Yeah, it would have happened before that. It wasn't there that long. And now it looks like it's run its shelf life there. It's amazing what's going on now.
Is that what it's doing now?
Well, and he can't do any nighttime business.
Okay.
That's where all the money is, and there's no way around it. So it looks like.
Why can't he do nighttime business?
Because he has a feud with Mayor Gusiora, who of course is known weed man for a couple of decades. Because Mayor Gusiora was the one that actually wrote the original medical marijuana bill in the assembly that Nick Scutori also, So it's really weird. But the tactics that you can employ when you're mayor are like actually close. There's no businesses open other than his on that street at night. So they can have police cars at each end with lights blinking and like pretty much discouraging people from going. It looks like it's closed off. And Ed would do a video and it's like weird looking, and then try something else new. And then, I haven't really kept up with all the nuts and bolts of it, but it seems like a bit of an overreach, but they're having problems with the people that come and hang out at City Hall outside on the other side of the road.
Mhm.
And a lot of people don't even patronize the joint. They just go there because that's where other people are.
Yeah.
So it's a sticky wicket. Yeah,
That's where I met Joanne there. I'm trying to think who else I met there. Joanne was like that we know that are still around. Joanne. I think I came with Jenny Storms very early when Jenny
Yeah.
was still living here.
Yeah, that'd be 2004. She moved in 2014.
Yeah, before she moved to Colorado. And then I saw her a couple times afterwards because she still she was still using Sanzari Children's Hospital up here.
Yeah.
So she would come up with her, with her son and her daughter.
Well, she was the reason that there's a State House podcast, because when she very ambitiously said she, got people out there and I'm going to do this every week until, and I'm like, whoa, that's a big bite every week. That's a big slice. And then I tried to come just about every week to support, and there were a handful of people then going, and I thought, cool. And after it was, I think 9 weeks in or 8 weeks, she says, I'm moving to Colorado.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, Colorado was the first state, I think, that did the caregiver thing, so at least her and her daughter could be his caregivers and at least, be able to.
It was getting to be the end of what would be the season anyway. So I had gone down and picked up the permits for her 1 or 2 times. I had to do that. And then I just decided, well, maybe we just do this. And we started like a gathering, and it wasn't a podcast. That would have been 2012. I don't know. I'm not going to. But then I got together with Lefty at the beginning of the next year, just before, and he's saying, hey, we could do a podcast. It was more like a radio concept, I hadn't even heard of podcast. And you get a hotspot. What? Yeah. You can broadcast, and people can, and they're like, holy crap, cool. Not being a man of means or credit cards or anything, though, couldn't afford it. So Kathy financed the immediate beginning because she's a whole person, and we were both like 3/4 of a person, 7/8 at best together, So we had to like really reach out and needed really little bit of assistance in the beginning, and then it cost a bit too, the hotspot thing, so then there was and then the coalition started taking care of some of the cost, and, Lefty and me were taking care of the cost otherwise in the beginning, but it was because of Jenny's overreach of I'll do it every week.
Jenny Storms.
Yeah. But yeah.
She put us to shame. We were like, no, if you're going to come out here with your son who has Dravet syndrome every Thursday, well, we're going to support you. We just joined up with her because she was determined to do it. She was doing it.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Show up
every Thursday. And that's what got us to do every weekly podcast.
Yeah.
That's dedication. That is
Yeah.
dedication.
Yeah.
Inspiring.
But see, I
This was
understood
fun.
it.
It wasn't just dedication; it was fun.
Yeah.
We did have
Yeah.
fun.
But she also had, when you get familiar with her reasons and Jack's, her son, and what it took for her to juggle these things.
Yeah, because he didn't just have the Dravet syndrome.
But it was
he had cerebral palsy also.
It was sink or swim. Yeah, she had to.
She had a full plate there,
Yeah.
and
Really did. He was a lot.
and a bowl.
Yeah, I had a cousin that had the same, just about the same diagnosis as
Well,
he.
she was the perfect example of, okay, Jax is going to turn 18, and right now he can get what he needs because he's not 18. Patients can get it, and then somehow he was going to all of a sudden not be eligible as an 18-year-old, and I don't know why, but because this is going back before things seem to be straightened out. The entire idea of making it legal was running into so many problems. But with that exodus going on then to Colorado, I mean, other kids.
Yeah, a lot of people
know,
left.
Yeah.
My stepdaughter's been out there since then too.
Yeah. Well, we lost people to Colorado for that, and lost Diane Fornbacher to Colorado, not because she had a kid that needed cannabis. It's because her kids knew who their mother was, and this is back when they were not yet teens, and when they knew the difference between hemp and marijuana in like these very young grades. Division of Youth and Family Services pays a visit, and she was being in fact threatened with losing her kids for her honesty, and she's an advocate, so her and her husband Terry packed up and moved to Colorado, and I'll tell you, New Jersey lost two first-class people. Diane being so committed, she has empathy that's almost too much for people sometimes, and she just had such a sad story in her life that she is apparently operating through post-traumatic stuff. Her mother hung herself, and she found her hanging. But she was too little.
Hard.
She was too little to hold her up.
That's horrible. Oh.
But then to see that it didn't turn into anger, it turned into righteous, We'd be doing something in Philadelphia, and she was ready to offer a cease and desist letter to the DEA at their building there. And I'm like, okay, because there's a rally going on. Maybe that was sort of part of it, her part. And at the time, I was there. Cheryl was alive. I don't know that she was there at that point. But anyway, at the time. And I had business with them, Dr. Stephen Stone and Elizabeth Murphy, Esquire. And I had a running thing with them. And I had something that I certainly would like to give. So I went with her. Like, okay, and I'm going to give him this because, we're at a standstill. And it was weird because you could walk in the building, no metal detectors, nothing. You just walk right in. And you'd go, and it was like taller ceilings and bigger looking doors and stuff. And they just wouldn't, the door was locked to the office we needed to go to. And there's like really no people around even. And, there's a camera up there. So Diane's knocking on the door, whatever. And then I held up and I said, Elizabeth Murphy, whatever. And I held up the paperwork and said, I need to talk to somebody about it. You can send me away. It's going to help me out more than talking to you. And the freaking door opened up. Yeah, and we got in, and, it was weird. It was almost like I felt like I was in trouble because it was like DEA kind of higher ups that knew what was going on. Anyway, we lost some good people to Colorado.
Colorado to the state of Washington.
Yeah, other state. Yeah.
So can I ask you this? Has anybody? I'm sorry. Has anybody kept up with them?
Oh, I'm in touch with Diane. I haven't. I was curious to see how Brian Wilson. I'm forgetting names.
No, Brian Crum, not Brian Wilson. Brian Wilson was in the Beach
Boys.
Oh, yeah, but he's also Vivian Wilson's father.
Oh, yeah, Brian Wilson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I bet he gets that a lot. But
probably.
And
we just did it.
He was the one that
Jim, face the camera. Turn around.
Oh, there it is. This camera over here?
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. How about this?
Oh, no.
Just count. Oh, no. I'm behind the
No,
Mad
not
Hatter.
the noise.
Oh, look at that. I'm right behind the Mad Hatter. My head, look at it. It looks like I'm wearing that Mad Hatter hat.
That's funny. That's pretty funny. Yeah, it does. It takes you out. Kind of takes you out of the picture there.
Yeah.
So it looks like you're redecorating the studio.
Oh boy.
Is it not hot there? You got a shirt on.
Oh boy.
It's really
Oh,
hot
you
out.
guys notice everything, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Lefty's not naked today.
No, I have the air conditioners on because they feel bad for me now.
Okay, good.
Good. They should.
Yeah.
You look like you got Christmas decorations. Look, there's lights.
Oh, we have a palm tree. Yes, we have a palm tree that's lit up. here.
Yeah. What do you call that kind
There-
of circular light you got there? That's used where people film a lot
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
The
Yeah.
ring, your light ring.
The LED.
I got
That's
one.
what.
It should be so that it's facing you head on, not on the side.
Mm.
That's what gives you your best illumination. Or at least that's what my daughter told me.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't use anything. All I have is my computer, little camera on it. What you see is what you get.
Same here.
It's funny when I hear somebody say that, not the way you exactly said it, but I have everything I need here. And people mention a couple of things. I remember Steve Martin in The Jerk when he ran away from home and said, I have everything I need. He'd name 2 things and then add 1 and then everything I need. And he's walking down the road.
You remember that? How many times did you watch that?
Oh, more than once. In other words, I was channel surfing and it was on. I'd always wonder where it was. But I use references to it, oh no, he hates oil cans, and people, the sniper that was missing and the oil cans were defective. Oh, they're defective. And there's a guy shooting. He hates oil cans. And then he runs away and hides behind a Coke machine and he's shooting them. He goes, oh no, more cans. Why do I find that so funny?
There are some things that'll just hit you.
Yeah.
Just hit you a certain way and it's all over. And you can't explain it and you shouldn't have to. You just go with it and enjoy it.
Oh, yeah, I do, and I don't ever really apologize to myself or anybody for the stuff I can't, funny is not something you decide. And laughing, if you have to decide it, it's not a real laugh. So whenever it's like I shouldn't think that's why I shouldn't, or
Right.
shouldn't feel that way, or that's like wasted words. It is what it is. But the part about finding something funny and not knowing why is always a pleasant surprise,
Yes.
It could go the other way.
Absolutely.
I laugh at Beavis and Butthead, not everything, but there are just some things I find freaking hilarious,
I think they're just funny to look at.
Yeah.
But
I like when Beavis and Butthead did America and they're talking to the lady from Scotland. She's going there for the sluts. Yeah, we're going for the sluts too. She's taking slots, and that's stupid. They're walking down the street, they see a motel and it says free TV, and next thing they're in the room trying to grab this free TV because it's free,
Right.
Why does that make me laugh so much?
I'm laughing.
It was pretty fun. Hey, you said it was free.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice look for you, that Mad Hatter over your face like that.
I like it. Come see.
So, Lefty, what's the vibe you're picking up on now that there's another new announcement concerning rescheduling to Schedule 3?
Well, the stocks are going crazy.
Yeah, it's just the way it comes up.
Oh.
Cannabis stocks rallied Monday after the president said he's reclassifying cannabis.
Maybe, yeah.
He's not
Canopy
going to do it.
Yeah, Canopy
He's
Growth.
not going to do it. I don't
Of
think he's
course
going to
he
do it.
He has to. He's made an announcement. He's going to do it.
Oh, yeah, just like the Epstein file. Yeah, okay. He's made a lot of announcements.
Let me tell you, nobody in the District of Columbia
Is safe right now.
wants that released. That is like no one wants it. to come out because everybody's in it.
You know-
I thought you were talking about the people that actually live there.
No.
well,
Yeah,
no,
the federal
of course
troops are
they
taking
don't.
over.
They don't want it. You know, nobody wants it to come out. It's not going to come out. There is no list. The only list
You know-
there is the list of the survivors.
Out of
That's who
all
they
the
should be, that's who they should be interviewing. That's who they should be
it
disposed.
should be.
And focused on.
And
No.
with all,
No,
all
you
the-
don't dispose that's not how crime,
Yeah.
whatever. It makes me sick.
I saw an Epstein sign that made me laugh out of all. I mean, because I don't like looking at people's signs when they're gathering.
What did it say?
Somebody had a whatever it said, and then went signed Epstein's mother. And if you never watched Welcome Back, Kotter, you wouldn't know. But that was in a
Whoa.
sea of signs, and
That
it
was
really,
That's good. And you picked that out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I thought that more than once every time I heard it,
I haven't heard that in years. I didn't
Yeah,
think
No,
that at
no,
all.
right?
Funny.
That was a good show.
It
That's
was a
really funny.
riot,
It really
that
was.
show.
I like that sometimes these shows still get run, but that
Yeah.
one.
We had some good shows.
When I
Welcome
was a
back,
student nurse,
Hold on, I got to go get my battery.
Yeah, that was Welcome Back, Cotter. So
Yeah.
if you remember Welcome Back,
Yep.
Cotter, it was Vinnie
Mr.
Barbarino.
Oh yeah,
It was
John Travolta's story.
Horseshack.
Juan Epstein.
And Epstein's mother,
Ron
who would
Epstein.
write it.
Actually, when I was a nursing student and I was in nursing school, I actually took care of his actual mother.
Really?
They lived in Metuchen. She had cancer. She wasn't able to walk. And I was assigned to her as one of my patients. And oh my God, what a sweet lady. What a sweet lady. Epstein's mother,
Yeah,
The real one.
Wow.
Bobby Hedges' mother. That's
Yeah.
his name.
Epstein's mother.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
again, that was that juvenile concept of somebody presenting a
Yeah.
note to the teacher for being absent or whatever, signed Epstein's mother, and that the teacher wouldn't punish him; he'd let it run,
My son did that in first grade. He signed something, Mom.
Makes sense.
First grade.
The things you.
Not your name. He just signed Mom.
Mom, that's all he wrote. Mom.
That's cute. That's a good story. That's really cute.
It
Liz,
was
you were a
funny.
nurse?
Yeah,
You are a nurse?
I retired a long time ago. I did ER and critical care.
Okay.
And
Okay. I did burns, trauma, ER.
Burns, that had to be tough.
oh, burns are the worst. God bless you. Just the
Well,
smell.
knowing Mike Kessler, and you wouldn't know Mike Kessler because he had moved away a while back, but he was one of the early advocates, and he was burned over 90-some% of his body after a motorcycle accident, and everything caught fire because of the cap on the gas, like a hurricane-looking symbol. So you could grab it, but it grabbed his jacket and
Oh,
coming toward. So he has described him at length, and then I saw something on
Wait a minute,
TV
wait, back
about
up, back up.
that severity.
Jim,
What it
back up.
involved.
He was burned. He had a 90%.
Yeah,
total
over
body
90.
surface
They
area.
said he had a -2% chance of survival, meaning however you would, like President Trump's 110% or something, But the thing is, we did a video. I did it on a camera back when we found out we could do that. And it was based on starting out. Here's his burns. I mean, pretty much when he exposed everything, he wasn't burned here. So he wasn't burned there. And
How deep were his burns?
what's that?
How deep were his burns?
I can't understand. How deep or what?
How deep? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It's
First, second.
a third. No, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like third. It ended up, the problem was they didn't have enough skin to harvest, so they had to keep,
Pig skin,
doing
yeah.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they took skin from his ball sack.
Did they?
Is
Was
that
he at Barnabas?
scrotum? Whatever.
He was at Barnabas, right?
Oh, I don't know.
That's the only burn center.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm assuming he was in a burn center here. I forget where. No, yeah, this happened in New Jersey. It would have been that.
Yeah,
That would
so
have
then
been
he
it,
was
yeah.
at Barnabas.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Yeah,
year
right.
that was? Do you remember what year?
Probably. It would have been about 25 years ago, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was. I'm trying to think because, like, yeah, I know what. Well, we'd go to like. He was my campaign manager when I ran for New Jersey State Senate. Yeah, that just meant he got me a gig speaking at a gathering where everybody went after the Halloween parade. It was like packed. Thing is I'm looking out at like cartoon characters and shit. But anyway, we went to a couple of festivals together, in New York, and sit around a campfire. And he apparently everybody. It wasn't hot, but it was enough of around a campfire that some of his skin grafts started shifting, and that in itself became an issue. In other words, his grafts were still not, and then it is started getting infected or something like that. And with all that, he was one of the strongest guys physically. I mean, he was just like, he was a big, sort of an imposing figure, but the level of mental trauma that he would have from that and what his life was like. And of all this, because it's in my head, I'll share it with you. Maybe 3 or 4 days or 5, real soon after his hurt, his best friend came and he was able to see him. And he said to him, Mike, bro, I'm not going to lie to you. You fucked up, man. But your hammer didn't get burned. And Mike said, I finally had the will to live. Hammer is a euphemism for his man.
We know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but when he tells me that,
We're professionals.
for everything else, all the psychologists, whoever might have seen him, everybody worried about his mental health. That's what gave him the will to live.
Okay, burn patients, what happens with them is they go through a cycle of what's called burn psychosis. So they're in a complete blackout, even though they're in severe, the pain is so severe. Oh. That's where the mind takes you somewhere else. So we used to try a lot of different things. We paint clouds on the ceiling and the sun, and we had a hypnotist. We would have a hypnotist try and come in.
And you got to get turned. He was to the point where I think he had to be. You can't be laying on it with the pressure on it. And I don't know. I mean, I wish. I'm still in touch with him. I haven't seen him in about 2 years. He had a friend die and came to he's in South Carolina, down South Carolina
in the Boone-Hickey Boons.
Yeah, well, he's
by the Georgia line.
Yeah, and
your place to be.
Yeah, he went down there because it was cheap to live, and he could live on the assistance that he gets because he couldn't. Yeah. He couldn't work very much. He's a real motorhead, him and his buddies. They
and how did he get burned?
Well, it is at a traffic circle, and it might have been the one in Wall Township, one of them there. But anyway, a car didn't yield and came out, and he hit it. And when he flew off the bike, the gas cap got hooked on his belt and came off. So his jack, everything was doused, and then he had a leather jacket that just melted into his skin and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
I hate bikes.
Yeah. And he what he did was during his rehabilitation time, somebody, because Mike didn't have a lot of money, but he had enough to contribute to her. A guy built him a really nice a nice bike, a custom made one. So as soon as he could get back on a bike, he did. And I'm like, holy crap, man.
Did he have like fingers and toes? I mean,
Yeah.
Really?
He did.
And he was a 90%er, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
he had them, but he had everything. The skin.
Everything was contracted. Yeah. I know.
Yeah. I mean, it was patchwork. It looked like an Afghan. What do you sew a bunch of cloth together?
Right.
So, Mike exaggerates a lot of things, but this is the kind of thing that
you saw.
It's sort of like. But to make that, the whole point of the commercial was putting, he had like shorts on, So I think it was as he talked, he slung on a pair of pants over it saying, you look, he's talking about it, and he gets dressed. And then when he's dressed, he says, so you look at me, you see a healthy guy, doesn't know what pain's about. You can't tell how much somebody hurts or whether or not they deserve medical cannabis by looking at them. And it was like, oh man, it was good. It was a good little thing, That would have gone over. I do have that one. I don't have access to, but I do have access. I'll look it up.
Look it up.
Yeah, you know where I have things stored. I got to go back to my own 16-year Facebook log, and anytime I put a picture up, if I got the arrow before or back, it links to other pictures that I have. And I'm like, oh, cool. So I and that's a daunting process, starting to bring stuff up. Like there, I hadn't seen that forever. In videos and things,
Yeah. Yeah, Facebook locked me out of my first account because of cannabis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. I never.
They locked me out, but they didn't shut it down, which was good because at least I was able to get all my pictures. And stuff. And it's still there. It's still there. If you look me up, you'll see two of me.
Yeah.
Two or three.
Yeah. It is. There's two of you. Yeah, three. Actually, three. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I know I never had a problem except when I posted the petition. It had the word cannabis, and what it was for. So what I had to do then was I changed the whatever title of it just to Bill S 1393, so it was generic. But then I changed the picture to where I had a sign over my head that said that. So the title it wouldn't be in, but they didn't scrutinize the text of the sign that I used, So I feel like I used cannabis to be creative at that moment. I found a way around, realizing that it wasn't going to be overly scrutinized. Yeah, I don't know what law.
Then we had the cannabis, medical cannabis patient wall. And we did the petition. It was me and two other ladies from across the country, which was pretty cool because we put a lot of work. We had a lot of help with it, and we put a lot of work into it.
What was the cannabis patients wall?
It's still there, the National Cannabis Patients Wall. You can actually put somebody's name up there.
Yeah, I think I seem to remember.
Yeah, I know you remember. Of course you do.
But I'm trying to.
We have Cheryl in there.
Well, I'm just saying, everybody might. They actually in Wisconsin, when it started, because I couldn't get there and Cheryl's alive. We had friends there, part of our commando squad, the other half, and but the one person there at the events they had, the Great Midwestern Marijuana Harvest Festival, had like not chain link. I kind of like a chain link, a fence she would assemble. I mean, had a pickup truck and so that it'd be like maybe a lazy big S pattern, like you would have an art exhibit on, only it was cannabis patients represented that you could look and read. So I had a thing with Cheryl where basically it would be on a poster board, but it's meant to be read close, so you can get a lot on. And people would just wander around, and you could see some real serious thought. So I'd lay back and I'd watch the reaction on people's face when they look at what I brought, you know. And seriously, I had apparently my finger on the pulse of what would make somebody stop and shake their head, you know. I remember, forget what it was, at Philadelphia that day. One day for doing the thing, there's a
Lefty, what are you doing down there?
yeah. Where are you?
He fell off his chair.
He doesn't know.
No, he ran outside.
He looked up and
Went
go, I don't.
outside, then he came back in, and then he ducked.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait a second. There wasn't any wisps of smoke above his head when he.
No, there wasn't. I was
No.
watching.
Oh,
for it.
okay.
No.
Just wondering if he was saving himself a trip to the car, you know. Knowing he can be scanned.
I went back for Barini.
This is like Lefty's Playhouse, here.
Yeah, it is.
I'm enjoying. You know, I mean,
I like that Lefty's Playhouse.
yeah. Well, I was like Pee-wee's Playhouse, you know. I never went to Pee-wee's Playhouse, but it's like kind of like that. And it is really a good look now, you know.
Yeah, the only thing it's missing is the streets of Bayonne, like you had before.
Oh, I do have that.
With your toys.
We
They're
like
up
that.
here. They're up
I
on
like
the wall.
Streets of Bayonne?
Yeah, they're over here. They're over here on the.
The diorama, the diorama was really done well.
Mm-hmm.
Bongholio, aka Mikey. I like to reverse the AKA for some people. I used to call him Ed Fortune, Weedman, aka Ed Fortune. You know, I'd reverse AKA, which he liked because he tried to get his name to be New Jersey Weedman.
He has a variety of names.
And they said no. But
Okay.
yeah, there you go. Well, I mean, there's a glare, you know.
Sorry.
It's
That's gonna give
the
you a migraine, that clear. Oh, I see.
There you go.
They're up there. All up there. You see them?
Yeah.
mhm.
Right. I'm gonna get the door. I want the door in the next shot. I want to catch these people coming in here, turning to Jesus. Right in front of our eyes, they're turning to Jesus. I love it.
Let me ask you a technical question about this stuff here. What would it take to have two other views available? Like, for instance, if you were at the State House, one, what we're looking at. So if somebody came up, you know, there'd be a camera on them in the back of us or whatever. Because, you know, where you know, all right, ready on camera, three, you know, in your head. And then you could change it and all, you know. But, you know, when you know, you can make small donations to Sativa Cross. You could ask for small targeted donations. I'd like to get a couple more cameras so that you could see what I see. That's a good look there.
That's different.
That's really good. That's nice.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah,
That's a straight. Oh, geez.
yeah, I like that.
That's a straight on look.
That's the winner right there.
That's
You
good.
can't see the dab bar though.
Huh?
You're looking at my nose and you can't see the dab bar.
No, we're not looking up your nose.
No, well, you
Not
had
well,
it.
now we are. Yeah, okay.
It should be back a little further. You weren't so close before when we said it looked good.
Yeah,
You're too close for it to look good.
Lefty,
I
you
should talk.
used to be really cute.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, like
Where
that.
you could get away with doing that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. You know, you could have another view. I don't know enough about this, but I know that it can be done. I'm never the one to suggest do anything that costs even $1 though, because I can't particularly
Who's sitting on the chair over to your left? Who's that over there?
Nobody.
Ah, look, right there, right now, that on the desk.
Oh, that's all the way on the corner of the table.
Is that you?
It's El Rampador.
Oh,
Oh,
Rampador.
Yeah. Okay, so it's you. Okay.
It's El Rampador.
Rampador.
Don't. Well, that'd be like telling
Does
Clark
that-
Kent, so it's you.
Can you turn that on so that it spins around?
Like me?
No?
Oh.
Yeah.
There should be some sort of show. It's like the guy that goes and helps a restaurant that's doing shitty, and restaurant fixer-upper, business fixer-upper. Oh, we'll turn your back. There should be a show like Podcast Fixer-Uppers, and they'd watch Lefty's shit and they'd go, "What a project!" Think about it. If somebody took him in as a public service.
No offense.
No, but think about it, because there's a lot that could be done. They'd be impressed with the diorama thing too, And
That was the best.
Listen,
and you don't have your green screen either now.
No. I'll have it soon.
it looks perfect just the way it is.
This is a good look.
And it represents you, and that's all that matters. And if it brings you joy, then that's all that matters as well.
And it brings me joy to see the front door now, because now we'll see them come in.
Yes,
Oh,
I agree with you.
Yeah, really.
No, that's a good thing. I
Oh,
noticed
yeah.
that when you went out. I was like, oh, he's got the door in there now.
We got the door in there now.
Good move. Good
I
move.
want to see who's coming in.
Yeah,
Who's coming and
yeah.
going.
Agreed.
I need to see everyone who's coming and going.
Ding, ding, ding.
I'm serious. There used to be a grate here. This whole wall was a metal grate with all my stuff hanging from it. The mixing board, the computer, everything was on this grate on shelves. Now there's no grate, so there's no security. Somebody can walk right in here and jump on it without me knowing. Without me having a second to see who they are.
Right.
I like the security.
Well, get that cattle prod that Ron had. Keep that with you.
Where is it? I got stuff here. They were prepared here for stuff. Don't worry.
I'll tell you, the electric shock thing just always get that. My Mech Kessler, the burn victim guy, thought it was funny that he got a collar for his dog that could give him what he says it just
Shock collar.
barely feel it at all. And I'm like, really? And he goes, well, here, it's got to turn all the way down to the lowest. Now, I could have taken this dog collar. I mean, it was open. I could have put it on the back of my hand or something. No, mine is like, so I put it up against my neck, but he had it turned all the way up. And it actually, I almost felt it on my jugular vein, like
Oh, shit.
what the fuck, Mike?
Yeah, we used that for when we had the Dobermans.
Yeah.
They were scared of that collar. They really were.
Well, yeah.
They're funny dogs.
Yeah, I used to have Dobermans way back in the day.
They're not
Mine,
work.
mine were idiots. They were lap dogs.
Ah,
Oh, that's cute.
Not at
I had
120
I had
pounds.
one that she used to when the pizza guy would come to deliver, she'd body slam the door. But if the mailman came to the door, she'd hide.
Really?
Yeah, she was one of those dogs. She was just a real hop in the ass. She was beautiful, but she was nuts. She was a crazy dog.
Yeah, that's how mine were, but they were just dumb.
No,
Guys,
they're smart. They're very smart. I think they're the smartest breed.
Oh, I agree. I agree with you there, but mine were just goofy.
Well, they were house dogs. That's why.
Yeah.
We make them like that. We do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were a lot of fun, but laugh.
They're a lot of work.
Yeah.
I had 3 of them all the time. I didn't realize how much work they were until I didn't have them anymore. Now I just have a boxer.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Guy. Guy is online saying his screen got cracked. Why did his screen crack?
His screen is cracked.
Yeah. So what is the trivia question answer, Guy? You give us a trivia question. Who are the only 2 people in the world without a belly button? What's the answer? Is it the test tube baby or is it Adam and Eve? Guy, tell us. We all want to know.
Or is it Mickey and Minnie Mouse?
It might be Mickey and Minnie.
Yeah.
When you say, Jim, they didn't want to see my face that close up. Guy's screen cracked when I was face. Nobody wants that, Jim.
Why? Ours didn't. None of us have cracked screens.
Adam and Eve. So I was right.
Adam and Eve. How do you know they didn't have any belly buttons? How does he know?
We were shot here from outer space.
So?
See, I'm not making any jokes. I got jokes, but I'm not making them.
Come on, Jim.
No, I mean, how it got, it's making fun of, I do. I mean, I only go so far as a priest, a rabbi, and a minister, find a satchel of money, and they disagree on what to do with it.
Yeah.
I do like the.
So what do they do with it?
Okay, I won't attribute which is which.
Okay.
Because that makes me think.
So
Okay, the 3 clergy people.
It's a priest,
From
a rabbi,
from different clergy. Yeah, find a suitcase full of money, and then what should we do with it? And the guy says, let's draw a circle in the ground. We'll throw the money up in the air. Whatever lands in the circle we'll give to God, and what lands outside the circle we'll keep. And another person says, no, I like the idea. I do. That's a good idea. But I think it should be the other way around, that we keep whatever inside the circle and give the rest that blows around it to God. Mm-hmm. And then the third one said, I'd like to pose a third option. We draw that circle on the ground, we throw the money up in the air, and God grabs what he wants.
That's so stupid. It is funny.
Yeah. but you can attribute to which, but
absolutely.
I wouldn't tell it and be more specific.
Not in these days. Not in these days.
Everybody gets insulted too easy.
I really liked when Vinny the Guido, why aren't you a comedian? Because everybody's just too butthurt about stuff, And I looked up some him on doing some stuff.
You looked up butthurt?
No, I looked up. I looked at Vinny the Guido. You can't look that up because that's not his official name anywhere, because people won't accept it because
Vinny the Guido, because I'm a Guidette.
Yeah. So
I don't accept that being called that either. I understand.
Yeah. Well, right. Yeah. But it's just kind of funny because before he was married, my fiance's over here, and it was like, wow. So he had her on that, and I'm thinking like, and after that, she even married him. When it's like, okay, he's not good.
Last week, right?
Yeah, but it's like the way they get along. It's like she knows, okay, he's not going to give up. Best to just go with the pull, Mm-hmm. And it must be hard actually then being the wife of a comedian, because any comedian doing comedy starts. The wife gets mentioned now and then. Yeah. And it's usually just for the fun and not really true. And, they got a whole dynamic to go through. But,
hey, how are you?
It's fun checking somebody out,
You here for the Cannabis Church? Cannabis Church is Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, 11 o'clock. We have Cannabis Church. And praise God, we smoke some weed. You want to smoke? Okay, right on. Yeah, come back Sunday for Cannabis Church. All right, you got it.
Really?
Now let me ask you something. You tell these people this all the time. Do any of them come?
I think the guy, what was his name? Stedford? Stedford?
Sure, make it.
He's coming back. I think we'll see him again. He was so blown away. We have a cannabis church. He took a dab. He says he hasn't smoked weed in a long time. He took a dab because he's like, this is
Really?
amazing. So he's coming. He'll be here. I'm sure. Stedford.
Yeah, that would be really funny if it's just a little traction. They brought somebody there, and it's they get the same thing we're getting now, only in person. And
Imagine you could have the whole like Joel Osteen kind of,
Yeah.
debut.
Lefty promoting.
But you can't open your eyes the whole time you're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but really, yeah, that's sort of
No,
interesting,
I'm back.
and the carrot isn't like fear of your mortality or anything to start going there. It's like you got dabs. Okay, I'll go talk with you, and then there you are, getting a little buzz in the discussion. I find it fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
You start you get like where 4 or more gather. Jim would show up just to see what it's like. So you get up to 4 people being there. And maybe even Kathy will come with me and we'll go to your cannabis church, but you know how I feel about it.
So do you have a mass like for cannabis church?
Yes.
What
Yes,
kind of
sir.
mass?
Yeah, good question.
What is it like?
We are kind of like not an official satellite, but Liquid Church has like 7 churches around the state where they do the same thing. They set up a huge projector, and it looks like Pastor Tim is in the room with you. And we kind of almost have that here. We have a huge projector to show.
So would you be affiliated with them, or that's just
No, we're not
style?
affiliated at all.
Okay, good.
At all. They I don't know how they would feel about this, but I'm doing it anyway because I'm going to ask for forgiveness
Well,
rather than permission,
Absolutely.
yeah, it's like
especially from a church.
I think it's never been done before. And that's why I find it interesting. It's never been done, and it's like as harmless as anything could be. It's not like, hey, let's go out on this caper. No, it's
No, shout out to Pastor
You know.
Tim. We love you, Pastor Tim. And
yeah.
So
And,
do you do communion?
we were going to do baptism.
You're going to do baptism.
We were
So
gonna, but they took our tub away. So we could do communion. Communion, you could do anything. Bread.
It's 50 milligram wafers. 50 milligram wafers. Yeah.
Yeah.
50 milligram wafer.
edibles.
It's an edibles.
Edibles for communion. So you do baptism. So do you have like the whole setup to do a baptism?
No, we did, but the town made us take it down.
Oh, they did. How come?
They said it was an illegal pool.
An illegal.
It was
what?
a kiddie
I never
pool,
even heard of
right?
an illegal pool.
It
Really?
wasn't even 20 inches high. It was like 20 something inches high.
It was a kiddie pool.
It was a kiddie pool.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
I got to tell you, you know what? I had one day where I was like, in that total, like that total burnout mood you get in. And I went and sat in a church and it was quiet because it was, around this time in the evening. And the most calming thing I listened to was the water running into the baptism pool. It was really, really cool. I wish I could have just captured that.
Huh.
Well, this is a good segue for the list. But first, let me just thank Mad Hatter for having us here. And we'll see you on Sunday for church here at Mad Hatter. Cannabis Church here at Mad Hatter. It's happening. There'll be a dab bar. You can come get dabbed up here at the Mad Hatter. Doesn't cost anything. It's free. This is no lounge. This isn't a lounge. It's a church. It's a cannabis church. If you don't like it, go to the lounge and pay $5 for 30 minutes. You can smoke whatever you want.
Do you have seating for the church, or does
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
kneel? What do they do?
We have a huge U-shaped conference style setup here. So you have a table, a chair, and it's a conference style setup so you can look at the
Okay.
video.
Does somebody like do a sermon or
Yeah.
anything like that? Yeah.
It's amazing. There's a lot of media, a lot of AI media, which is pretty cool, and a lot of really good music in the beginning.
Hmm.
Can you just sit there and watch and not say anything or take part? Or
Yes, you can watch and just smoke. It's encouraged.
yeah,
It's encouraged to stay in your life.
yeah. In my head, I try to transpose the word nature with my beliefs that overlap. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like I'm curious to see what it would be like, but there is no church I could go to. I mean, I not like I'm actively looking. It's just that I can't fit into a box. There's always something wrong with their box, and it infects the rest of it for me.
Well,
Yeah.
I think lefties is more non-dominate,
Oh yeah, but
non-denominational.
as far as a real belief system, I feel like there's something maybe I'm not even supposed to know. I'll never know. And Jim, don't bother spending 10% of your life trying to figure out something you can't figure out or prove. Just realize there's something like really
Something greater than you.
yes, way greater, and and know where the boundaries are. That because it's while I wouldn't fit into anybody's religion, I find that religion generally they have a lot of really good things. If people adhered to the tenets of the religions better, yeah, the world would be a better place.
Guy,
You know, what do you think of the whole? Okay, you know that we have assisted medical assisted
Yeah.
dying for the terminally ill in Jersey. That's
Yeah.
been done. Okay, it's very very kind of like kept in the closet. But I worked on the one in New York, which didn't really go anywhere. They didn't do anything with it. But there are 13 states where that's legal. So right now, I had done my will and I was doing my health proxy, and I asked the paralegal, I said, could you put that I want to be medically assisted to my death if I was to be determined to be terminally ill? You know, you can do that. So she was like, duh, she didn't know what I was talking about. And so she printed up a whole shitload of papers and gave them to me. Well, when I was like, this is crazy. So when I came home, as soon as, I jumped on the internet to check my emails, and I got something from Compassionate Care, and it was asking again for volunteers, which is what I did before, to work on this for the states that already have it in effect, which would be here. So I thought that was pretty cool because somehow, we've been seeing a lot about psychedelics. That's the talk right now.
Right.
It appears that this administration kind of likes the psychedelics, but they could be lying about that too. I don't know. But anyway, so psychedelic assisted dying. And so I have this really cool book by this Dr. Richard Miller. He's Jim's uncle, in fact. The book is really, really good because I was like, Liz, you know what I mean? When we pick up books and we were like, oh yeah, this looks good to read. And then it's just too sciencey. It's too, wordy.
Readable.
This one, he tells all these stories, and the man is in his 80s. And it's really, really worth reading. It's a thin book. If you want to know more about it, I can send you what the details are, but you can get it on Amazon.
Okay.
So,
terrific.
yeah. So I think that, that's like pretty cool. It's something like good to talk about, in church, like to feel people out to see how, what they feel about that. What do you think, Lefty?
Yep. And I'm very happy to have the Cannabis Church here at Mad Hatter. Please come on Sunday. Come 11.
You didn't listen to the word I said.
11:11.
You got to wrap it up.
Come up, check out the Cannabis Church, check out the Dab Bar. Thank you, CMMNJ, UFCW, who was here before. Thank you for stopping by and unionizing, getting the word out. Arlo Glass, HoperMachine.com, and SativaCross.org, where you can donate $5 or $5 billion. Listen up there to Elon Musk.
Or you could donate specific technical equipment that Lefty could use to improve his podcast.
Yay.
Sponsors are welcome.
Yeah. Our list begins with Cheryl. We were talking about her before. First time we met, I believe we all met together. We all met together. That's what it was.
Mhm.
And amazing. Amazing. Sabina, 15-month-old baby. She died from a 25-hour seizure. Diane Ripatella, who came to the State House many times. Gracie, Cindy Mae, Marie, Jack, Joan, Randy, Holly, Bill, Chad, Jeremy, Colette, Matt, Troy, Russ, Roger Barber, Jay. Who do you want to roll with? That's Jay. Ella, Patty, my grandma, who I got stoned. I got my grandma stoned. She needed it though. Jackie,
That was a good deed that you did.
she wouldn't. She wasn't getting high any other way. She was in pain. Jake, Armando, Felicia, Lynn, Dan, Sean, Joyce, Lori, Frank, Brian, Flo, Carl, Lauren Peters, Frank, Lorraine, Terry, Charlotte, Cher, Jaybird, Michael, Marley, Colette, Brendan, Red, Rico, Lou, Becky, Lawanda, Chip, Paul, Lisa, Marcus, Gary, Julia, Wayne. No, Wayne, not yet. No, stop it. Not yet, Wayne. We're not done. Waxy Brown and Jeff Oakes. Okay, now we're done. Go ahead, Wayne. Say it. The only time Wayne never listens to me. This is great. The only time Wayne ever listens to me when I have to do that. Sorry, here we go. Thank you, Wayne. And I just used Wayne's knives the other day, actually yesterday. Always thinking about it. And Jeff, and a lot of people on this list. This is a very sad list. It's a very long list, and it's getting longer. We don't want to be on this list.
No, you don't want.
No, you don't.
All right, guys. We'll see you for Cannabis Church. Thanks everybody. Thanks Liz. Thanks Sue. Thanks Jim. Thanks Sharon. Thanks everyone for showing up today.
Next week, our guest will be Howard Stern.
Howard Stern will be our guest next week. Thank you.
I'm going to reach out to him.
Really? Okay.
Seriously.
All
Would
right.
that be
not?
fun? Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
Have a good week. And
Okay.
a good weekend, everyone, and I'll
Everybody.
see you next week.
They
Okay.
shall grow not old as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years
Years
of
condemned.
going down of the sun, and in the
In the
morning
morning,
we will remember.
Yeah.